5 years ago, started a project called FanFit. So this was a project, we got like universities have got kind of internal funds that they get from the higher education and innovation funds, and they're used to kind of stimulate, new projects, new research, and so forth. So we built a version for Salford Red Devils, the rugby league Super League side, and I think it's like the first kind of official club app, and probably the first in the Super League in some ways of its kind, anyway. And it did the usual thing that smartphone apps should do, pulled in news and fixtures and social media stuff. But generally, a lot of if clubs have actually got a smartphone app, that's kind of all they do. It's like an extension of the website, maybe a bit of exclusive video or something. So we wanted to use the capabilities of the smartphone, but also think about some of the societal challenges we've got, particularly in the Northwest, around sort of heart disease, diabetes, etc. And thinking about how can we, get fans to be a bit more active and to, get a little bit fitter. So we sort of gamified it around doing step counting in leagues, like global leagues, monthly leagues, private leagues, and then sort of incentivizing it around, you could win a shirt or a season ticket, etc. Which went down really well. So it's like a disruptive technology implementation, smartphones and wearables into a club like that, sort of rebranded it like a white label. And that went down really well. So we managed to get a grant and do a bigger project with a Rangers football club in Scotland, which again, Glasgow have got some quite similar kind of health challenges. A bit of a different level up there in terms of the 50,000 season ticket holders, and we did a big launch with Morales and Defo, like held up a big picture of our app, and then 8,000 fans download it overnight. So it's another kind of level of scale. We worked really closely with fans and said, what do you want out of it and what motivates you, etc. So that's been a great project, and just one example really of perhaps the way that sports clubs could work with universities, and perhaps because often sports clubs are pretty stretched in terms of the back end resource. So it's probably one example of the way universities could perhaps overlap and do kind of real world projects, if you will.